Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to talk about something that I certainly did not have on my 2025 bingo card, and we're barely into March and here it is right in front of my face. So I'd like to talk for a few minutes about Casey Anthony appearing on social media. She's over here on TikTok. She's talking about advocating for not only herself but also for her daughter, and I had quite a few thoughts. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so at the top of this is not going to be a full recap of her crime, the court case. I'm sure if you're clicking on this video, chances are you know all about Casey Anthony. But at the very top of the video, I want to make it very clear that I am against people like Casey Anthony, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Charles Manson, any of these people. Like, none of them should be propped up and given celebrity status. They should not be allowed to exist on social media where they're making money, knowing good and well that they are scum of society. So I feel the same way about Casey as I do Gypsy. I don't like it. We are not entering the influencer realm of I was in prison for, doing something terrible and now I'm exploiting my child. We're not here for Casey Anthony literally getting away with it and coming on social media and trying to be some kind of spokesperson. I disagree with all of it. So that's how I feel about Casey. I have zero respect for her. But let's listen to the video and then I'll give my thoughts.
I sweat to death. Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know,
what kind of legal advocacy has this dummy done? When I think of legal advocates and people that are advocating for people that might be wrongly accused or wrongly convicted, I certainly do not think of Casey Anthony. Correct me if I'm wrong down below.
my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional...
No, I don't think that you, Casey Anthony, should be allowed to reintroduce yourself. I don't think that you should be allowed to rebrand what we all already know good and well. I don't think that you can just go away for a little while and then reemerge and prop yourself up as if you are some well-educated person that is here to spread awareness and do the right thing. I don't think that the majority of society wants to ever see your face again.
Professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008. With that, these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact. So you will get very comfortable with my car, and I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other Meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.
Here's the whole thing. I don't know a whole lot about Substack, so I'm not going to speak in a manner like I know what the hell I'm talking about. I realize that it's another, social media platform of sorts. Whether it was YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Substack, LinkedIn, I don't care what the name of the platform is or who owns it or how many followers you have on this one versus another one. There are certain people, in my opinion, simply do not deserve any sort of platform. This monster literally got away with, in my opinion, unaliving her daughter. I think if you follow the case and if you know anything about it, most of America was on the same page. We were floored and flabbergasted that this even happened. So the least that you can do is take your disgusting self and go live in a hole for the rest of your life. You should be living in prison. I just have a major issue, obviously, with people that are deplorable being given any kind of public spotlight, positive attention, new opportunities to reinvent themselves. I do not stand on that side. If you're a horrible person, I'm going to say you're a horrible person, and I personally would prefer for you to go live in a cave somewhere. And that's how I feel about her. It's how I feel about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. It is how I feel about anyone who is disgusting and is not in prison. Just because you're not in prison doesn't mean that you can, sit up on social media and now collect money off of doing this kind of nonsense and calling it advocacy. Isn't it funny? Casey Anthony and Gypsy Rose Blanchard both want to call themselves advocates, and it's a load of shit. But as always, I want to know, how do y'all feel about this? Did you follow her case? Are you someone who maybe didn't follow it, but now you're familiar with it? How do you feel about her posting this video? How do you feel about the things that she said in the video? How do you feel about Substack? I'll be very interested. Since she wanted to cut her comments off like a common coward does, I figured let's post this video and y'all can have a conversation in my comments and we'll see what happens. But that's it for today. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.